Welcome to today's video, folks. We're going to be doing Call Me by the Hillbilly Moon Explosion, originally by Blondie, but the Hillbilly Moon Explosion have taken their rockabilly sensibilities and treated this song beautifully. Great tune, really fun to play, nothing too complicated. I'm a really big fan of the way Duncan James puts songs together. He's a neat, clean player, and there's some really clever stuff going on. I feel like maybe he's the musical brains behind the band, but I'm sure they've all got some great stuff going on. It's a wonderful band. Anyway, today I'll be teaching you the intro, the verse, and the chorus. And if you'd like the transcription, jump on the Patreon. That's it there, although it's not complete. I put chord names and everything so you know what's going on throughout the song. Or, of course, you can join Adrian Whyte online. There's something like 80 transcriptions on there, and it's growing. I keep putting up more, etc., etc. You get the idea. Let's get into the lesson. And quickly, guitar tone. I just want to mention guitar tone. It's a wonderful guitar tone on this song. If you want to get close, you might want a tube screamer with a little bit of gain just to thicken up the tone a little bit. The tone up a little if you've got that option, just to give it a little bit of brightness at the top and a little bit of slap back. If you watch the film clip, you'll see him setting up his machine, and you'll hear a little bit of a pat pat. You'll hear that repeat. Get your delay pedal similar with a fairly fat repeat tone, as in the volume of the repeat, and you should have a pretty cool tone. Alright, I'm going to bring the camera forward and let's get on with the lesson. Okay, so let me start by playing the very introduction nice and slow, and then we'll work through it. So it goes like this. 3, 4... Okay, let's start with that. So what we're actually doing, we're picking 1 to 3 on the 5th string. It's B flat into C. The tonality of this, C minor. Okay, so we're hammering 1 to 3, pick down, hammer, and then you want to alternate from a downstroke. I actually mixed that up a little bit before and had to fight my way through it, but so we do that, and then we go down, up, down, up. Okay, so we hammer, down, up, and we repeat. Down, up, down, up. So after you hammer, come in with a down. So hammer, down, up, hammer, down, up, hammer, down, up. Then we play the 3rd fret on the 4th string, followed by the 1st fret on the 4th string. Okay, so on your transcription, this is bars 2 and 3. Okay, bar 4 looks like this. And the reason it's bars 2 and 3, not 1 and 2, is because we have a pickup bar there at the beginning. So that's just on the program, on the transcription. So bar 4, all the same, except we finish with 1st on the 4th string, 1st on the 5th string. So make sure you're getting that rhythm. Okay, if you do mix up the picking like I did just then, it's actually not the end of the world. It just helps your flow if you're consistent, and that the way I'm teaching it is a way you can stay consistent by going down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, so that's your first couple bars. It's nothing too hard, but the speed you might find tricky. And if that's the case, just practice it slow. Get the groove. Da, 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 da. Or if you don't completely perfect it and it's something like, that's okay, you know. If you hammer, up, down, down. That's another way you could probably play it, and it sounds great. So down, hammer, up, down, hammer, up, down. That's kind of a slightly easier way. If you want to fatten it up a little bit as well, you could do these little power chords, 3 here, 5 there. I didn't put this in the transcription, it's a little bonus. I swear I thought I could hear that, but it was actually the cymbals being hit. There's all these frequencies and harmonies going on just in the sound of the recording. It's a really wild sound. So that's that. That's your introduction, okay, playing through that section. We come off the back of that, and we move into this chord here, the C5. Okay, so you can sort of slide in a bit or just get yourself in position. Attack the guitar a little early if you're running a bit late. So you're coming off the... just get in there. Don't stress too much about it being too clean. Get to that C5, which is 3rd fret there on the 5th string, pinky on the 4th string, pick down on those 2 strings, 5th and 4th string, and then palm mute. Like that. So karate chop the board there like that, roll over. You should hopefully get the right sound. If it's too dead, move that way. If it's move that way down the guitar. And if it's too bright and twangy and you're not palm muting, just move this way in milli fractions. Milli fractions, that's a new word I just made up. So we're playing this C5. 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. And nice and easy. We just strum it for 2 bars. And we move into this A flat chord, but what we do, we get our thumb and we slide into the 4th fret, like that. Put your first finger on the 1st string, here on the 4th fret as well, so we go. Then your 3rd finger will play the 6th fret on the 2nd string. And then we go back to that note here on the 1st string. So let me play it for you slow. Just like that. So we've come off. Okay, and so you heard the second time I did it as well there. So the second time you do it, you play the same thing we just did. Then, play the 6th fret, play the 1st string at the 4th fret, and then you play the 2nd string where your 1st finger rolls across to the 4th fret there. Okay, I'll just play that really slow. 1st time, 2nd time. Alright, so let me help you put everything together. We'll go from the last time that we do this riff up here, and then we'll move into the verse and into that lick. So let's have a little look at how it all sounds so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. C5. So what I taught you the first time with the C5 into this A flat chord, it does again in a perfect repeat. Okay, so you get double your money for learning those first couple of bars. That's everything up to what I would consider kind of the chorus build-up or the pre-chorus, where we drop back to an F5 here. Again, I just want to tell you too, that A flat, that note there is the 6th degree of an A flat. I'm teaching all of this in my Rockabilly Rebuild course. I use this language all the time, so I've put a course out to educate on this particular language. But that A flat 6, that A flat chord is actually technically an A flat 6 once we introduce that note. Okay, and we hear that a lot in Rockabilly, the 6th degree. It's a really sweet sound, so keep that in mind. Just a little tidbit there. So the F5 comes in at bar 16. So we've come off the second time, and now we're doing F5. So 1st fret there, 3rd fret there. I nearly said 5th fret on the 5th string. So 1st fret on the 6th string, 3rd fret on the 5th string. Just do the same technique as you're doing for the C5. Okay, just rumbling along there on the 6th and the 5th string. Okay. Now, if you find you're getting all these notes ringing, it's actually one time it's okay to flatten this hand a little and have that pinky sort of a little flatter across the strings, because it should kill off the strings below if you're getting that irritating string noise. Alright, so we get this part now going. We go up to a G5. and we do this little lick. Okay, so again, I should play it for you slowly first every time, but my brain just keeps going on to teaching, show them what to do. So I should be doing this 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've already shown you that. You know how to play a G5, move the F5 up to the G5, but we only play it very briefly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Okay, so it's just a down, up, down. And then you want to play the 3rd fret there on the 3rd string and the 3rd fret on the 1st string. So Barre. So 1 and 2 with an upstroke if you can. Hammer and an upstroke on the 1st string. Like that. If you happen to grab the 3rd fret on the 2nd string and hit both, it's okay. In the song, what you're hearing is you're pretty much hearing just the 1st string. But you can hold the whole thing as a chord and do this lick. So you do it as a major bar chord. Okay, so you could go. Okay. And then if you hit any extra notes with the right hand, it's totally fine. Or you could use the sliding thumb again. But you lose the ability to play the power chord. And I definitely do hear the power chord. So I'd probably do that. Just jump out of it. Play that chord kind of going across. It's really up to you. You can play a G major bar chord, and then when you get that 3 to 4 and the 3, you just hammer that finger after hitting the 3rd string and pick the 1st string. Depends how strong your hand is, but I like to give options so everyone can have a go. Gets me in trouble. Some people in the comments don't like it, but you can go learn this at another video if you don't like my video. Oh, wait, you can't because there's no one else teaching it. So there you go. Anyway, we're onto the chorus now, and after you've played this, so I'll play it first. I'll actually remember to play it first this time. So, all right, you finished that, and you're onto the chorus now. So C minor. So that's 3, 5, 5, 4. Barring right across, you will get the 3rd fret on the 1st string as well. Get on your whammy bar. Then we come up to an E flat. I said I'd play it first, didn't I? And here I am. So it's... Okay, so I've already shown you the first chord. The second chord's an E flat. That's 6, 8, 8, 8. We come up 2 more frets. 8, 10, 10, 10. And we come up to 11, 13, 13, 13. You can use your 3rd finger and just roll it right across like I'm doing there. Maybe a little support from your 2nd. Or you could play it like the way you would play an A chord. Just up here. So that would be at the 8, 8, and 8, like an A chord, and then reach back like that. That feels really challenging, but it does get easier. Your hand will stretch and get strong. Okay, and the best tip I can give you if you're trying to play these chords and you're like, oh, they're hard, they hurt my hand, all that kind of stuff, just play them, okay? Even if they sound like this. Alright, okay, don't panic. Okay, God, why can't I make that sound? Don't panic. Don't panic, even if they sound terrible. Keep practicing them, because every time you make the shape and squeeze, your hand gets stronger. It's a little bit like trying to lift a weight. Imagine if you went up to a heavy weight every day and it was too heavy, and you put all your effort into lifting it. You might not be able to lift it, but all your muscles are working and they're getting stronger. And one day you might be able to lift it. And that's what happens with guitar. And it's why people get so frustrated, because you're trying to lift the thing, it's not lifting. Okay, you can't see the progress. It's just not happening. And then one day, hopefully, you pick it up and the strength is better. Okay, even if you spend 10 minutes just on those chords every day, you will get stronger. It's very much about strength, and that's where discipline or just really wanting to get it is going to help. So the only other thing I have to say about this chorus is that the first time through, we just cruise through it like that. The second time through, we do just 2 little chord stabs like that, and then we're back to the main riff. Oh, I keep playing it wrong. Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. So, there's that. And also, underneath, you can hear this little... might even be this kind of like a beat. There's something underneath a dubbed guitar. I'm not sure what it is. Something harmonically is going on. It's almost like you get this. Okay, there is something going on there, but I decided not to agonize about it. I can hear one guitar clearly playing those chords and letting them ring, so we just focused on that. But rest assured, I hear everything, believe me, and it sometimes drives me nuts because I'm not sure where to take the lesson, but I think that was a smart choice for you guys, for you folks, I should say, just to strum those chords. It sounds wonderful, and the other detail is quite subtle. Now, if you want the rest of the song, I'm going to transcribe the entire song. If you'd like the full transcription, you will need to be a member of the Patreon or a member on Adrian Whyte Online. So consider it if you really enjoy my lessons. I've been doing this consistently for 3 years. There are hundreds of videos with, many transcriptions available on the website and through the Patreon. The website's just a lot better organized. It's all ready to go. The website does have a tier 2 where you get access to my courses, which will hopefully aid you learning any of the transcriptions. And the Patreon's just a great way to support. You might not need the transcriptions. You might just love watching my videos. So you say, hey, I'm going to chuck you a little bit of money each month because I'm getting value from your channel. So keep all that in mind. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. It's a wonderful song. Put a cover up on YouTube or something. That'd be really cool. And to Hillbilly Moon Explosion, well done. Duncan, you're a wonderful guitar player. Enjoying pulling apart your work further. See you later.